Happy holidays, everyone! It's Elizabeth with Team Epic Reads, and I am so excited about celebrating the holidays, but I am even more excited that Glass Sword, the sequel to Red Queen, is coming out soon. So for today's episode, we are going to be making some paper snowflakes inspired by the Red Queen series. So you might notice something different about me. Today I am sporting my super awesome Scarlet Guard bandana. I officially joined the Scarlet Guard at redqueenbooks.com, and I need you all to do the same because the Red Rebellion is rising and we need your support. And I'm wearing this today because not only am I very excited about being part of the Scarlet Guard, but we are not going to be making traditional snowflakes today. We're going to be making red and silver snowflakes because this is all about Red Queen. For the materials today, you just need a couple of very simple things. For our paper, I like to use wrapping paper because it's really thin and easy to work with, and you can also get it in really fun colors. So I got plain silver, I got polka dotted silver and white, and of course, really, really sparkly silver paper. And I'm sure you can probably guess that this one is my favorite. You're also gonna need a pen, and this is to help draw your lines. If you don't want to use a pen, you don't have to, but I recommend using it for a guide. Some scissors, the most important piece today, because that's how you're going to cut out your snowflake. And then however you want to decorate. So I obviously want to decorate with more glitter. So I have some glue, some regular glitter, some glitter glue in a couple of different colors. And then if you want to tie your snowflakes to a wall or hang them, you can also get some sparkly pipe cleaners. So I cut out a rectangular piece of my wrapping paper, and we're gonna need a square. So I'm gonna use that trick that we used when we were all little kids and just fold over the corner all the way, and then I'm gonna fold that down so that I can cut off the excess, and then I can have a perfect square shape. And then if you cut your wrapping paper a little bit weird, then you can go ahead and make up for that now when you cut out your square. And as always with DIY, it doesn't matter if your cuts are perfect, as long as you're having fun. So once you have your wrapping paper in the shape of a square, you're gonna make a series of folds, and I'm gonna walk you through this part. First, and this is probably gonna be the thing that you'll do no matter what type of snowflake you wanna make, you're always gonna fold it in half, so corner to corner. So now you have a big triangle. So once you folded it in half once, we're gonna go ahead and fold it again. And one thing that you want to keep in mind for making snowflakes is that you want to push down pretty hard on all of your creases because it's going to help you cut later on so that your paper won't be too thick. So I like to use my nail and press down hard. So now I have one big line going down the middle, and I have that triangle shape that I started with. Now here's where it gets a little bit trickier, but just follow these folds and I will walk you right through it. So I'm actually gonna flip this over so that the fold is on top, so it kind of looks like there's this little roof here because it's gonna be just a little bit easier to help fold. And I'm gonna take the left side, put my finger down on the bottom, right in the center on that fold, and I'm gonna fold this up so that I'm kind of making an extra corner across the middle fold. You want it to kind of be about a third of the way down from the top, just like that. So now that I have it this way, I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna do the same thing with my other corner. Make sure to put your finger right on that bottom fold and bring it up. And you can use the other side as a guide. So it should look like this. You should have 3 points on top and 1 point on the bottom. Now there's just one more fold. You're simply gonna fold this in half again. So I'm just gonna take this and fold it in half right along that center line. So now you're gonna have 2 points on top. And I'm just gonna put this down so I can make that crease really tight. So now we have this. Okay, now it's time to design your pattern for your snowflake. Here's when you want to grab your pen so that you can draw some lines so you know where to cut. So there's really no right or wrong answer to how to do this. You can make all kinds of cuts, and no matter what, your snowflake is going to come out looking really cool and awesome and unique. But there is one important thing to keep in mind, is that you're going to want to make sure that you know where your fold is. So the open side I have on my left, and the fold I have on my right. And I need to keep that in mind because I have to make sure that I never cut all the way across, or that I never cut too close to the fold, or else my snowflake is gonna fall apart. Other than that, you can do whatever your little heart desires. You can follow my pattern, which I think makes a pretty cool looking snowflake that kind of reminds me of the cover of Glass Sword, but if you wanna go rogue, do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my pattern. And make another line here, and again, making sure that I know where my fold is. So I'm just gonna continue drawing my lines here, and I wanna make some jagged edges because I want this to kind of look like the cover of Glass Sword. Remember, you're never gonna cut on that fold, so I wanna make sure that I have enough room to cut around this so that I'm not making a cut all the way through. Okay, so now we have our pattern drawn onto our folds, and just to make sure you guys all remembered, your folds, that's not the side we're gonna cut. We need that side to stay as it is, or else our snowflake is gonna fall apart. So we're gonna be cutting this part away. Sometimes it helps me to make X's on the part that's gonna be cut off. So I'm gonna do that. X, X, X. So the X's are gonna be cut off, and then the rest is what's gonna stay. You might wanna have an extra sharp pair of scissors because sometimes it's difficult to work with this type of paper, but be extra careful if you do have sharp scissors. Don't need anybody getting blood on their hands. Get it, blood? So I'm just gonna cut right along the lines that I made, making sure that I don't cut anything from that fold. It's very important. It's the only rule of snowflake making. So you just don't wanna cut all the way through. I'm also really excited in Glass Sword to learn more about the Scarlet Guard. We kind of just started to learn about it in Red Queen, and then when I figured out that you could actually sign up to join it, I did so immediately. And I'm so excited about all the weekly missions that the campaign has going on. So definitely go ahead and sign up if you haven't already, because you get sneak peeks to Glass Sword and all kinds of cool things. Okay, now for the best part. We get to unfold our snowflake and see what it looks like. And you want to be very careful because some of your cuts might have been a little small. You don't want to get a paper cut, and you also don't want to rip it because it's very delicate, like a real snowflake. I can already tell that I love it. Ta-da! Snowflake. Okay, so now that you have this all cut out, one trick that I like to do is that after you unfold it, you kind of have all of these folds still sticking up a little bit. So I like to put this in a magazine or in a book and lay it flat for a while before I decorate. So once you've given your snowflakes some time to flatten out inside of a book or a magazine, you can take them out and start to decorate. So I went and made a couple more snowflakes so I could show you some other types of designs. I made one that has a lot of little jagged edges. I made one that kind of looks like swords because I wanted it to kind of resemble Glass Sword. It has a cool star in the middle. And I also made one with a different type of paper that has a big open hole in the middle. This is one that you could maybe use for a picture frame or something like that. While these silver snowflakes are absolutely beautiful, we want to give them a red twist, just like Mayor Barrow. And we want those silvers to know that the Red Rebellion is rising. So we're going to add some red glitter to these. So there's really no right or wrong for how you want to do this. You could do polka dots, you can do stars, you can do stripes, you can make it look like candy canes, but you know what I want to make it look like? Dripping blood, just like our covers. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my, my red glitter glue, so it kind of has the consistency of glue so it can drip out, and I'm gonna start at the top of one of my little jagged edges here, because I kind of want to look like my snowflake speared somebody and there's blood spewing out, which is probably the least holiday-like thing I've ever said, but we're just gonna go with it because this is all about Red Queen. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to make a drop at the top of my snowflake, and then I'm gonna kind of help it drip down a little bit. So you might have to guide it a little bit. We kind of want to make this look like blood dripping. Like that. And you can hold it up a little bit so that it drips down some more. But I want to show you another way that you can do this if you prefer to use loose glitter and some regular glue. So what I like about using the regular glue is that it actually drips a little bit better than the glitter glue because it's a little bit looser. So we're going to go ahead and make a drip with our glue right from the top of one of our spikes. And you can kind of keep adding it if you need to. And you can get kind of more of that bloody effect. And then go ahead and put on some loose red glitter. Shake that off. Oh my gosh. Red glitter, holidays, what could be better? Blood dripping, you know, it all works. There you go. So that's another way to make the blood drip. Yay, a beautiful silver and red sparkly and a little bit bloody snowflake. So I wanted to have fun with this and make mine all about Red Queen, but you can feel free to do whatever you want, however you want to decorate for the holidays. And the best part about these is that you can use them for anything. You can put them in your windows, you can use them as part of a table centerpiece, you can hang them like a garland and use your pipe cleaners to string them up, you can hang them from your tree. The possibilities are really endless. And if you want to use them for Red Queen like I am, you can use them as part of the Scarlet Guard campaign. Make them and share them on social media.